Hey guys, welcome back once again. This is Shrikant Rathod here. In today's session, we're gonna solve the digital SAT math, the sample questions given by College Board. So here I will be uploading the videos related with the SAT and APs. So please do like, share and subscribe to my channel so that whenever I upload a new videos, you will be notified. All right, so let's start with the solving the questions. Question number 1 here is, if fx is equals to x plus 7 and gx is equals to 7x, what is the value of 4 times f of 2 minus g of 2? So we are asked to find what is the value of this. You can see that f is the function given. I just need to replace x with a 2. When we are solving for f of 2, it becomes 2 plus 7, which is going to be 9. When we are solving for g of 2, which is going to be 7 times 2, which is going to be 14. Question asked us what is the value of 4 times f of 2 minus g of 2, which is same as 4 times 9 minus 14. 4 times 9 is going to be 36. 36 minus 14, that gives us 22. The right choice is option C. Question number 2 is, the y-intercept of the graph of y is equals to minus 6x minus 32 in the xy plane is 0, y. What is the value of y? So if you look at to the given graph, that is equation of a straight line, or I can say equation of a line in a slope intercept form, which is y is equals to mx plus b, where m represents the slope and b represents y-intercept. If you compare with the standard equation, the constant itself is called the y-intercept. So we should select negative 32 will be the y-intercept of the given equation. Another way to solve, when they say find the y-intercept, you can substitute the value of x as 0 in this equation. Still you get the value of y as negative 32. So there is multiple ways to solve such questions. Question number 3 says, the graph of the function f where y is equals to fx models the cost y in dollars for a certain video game system and X games. What is the best interpretation of the slope of the graph in this context? So what is the slope is representing? What does the slope says? Increment over y by x. Okay. So if you look at to the graph, initially the line is intersecting at y is equals to 100. That is the initial value, or which is also can be said to be y-intercept. Now, when the value of x is 1, what will be the value here we are getting? That is between 100 and 150 means this is going to be 125. So 125, when the value of x is going to be 2, it is going to be 150 and so on. X axis is representing number of games and y axis is representing the cost of that game. Now question is about what is the slope. So for each game, what is the value increasing? If you purchase one game, you supposed to pay 100 as a fixed charge plus $25 extra. If you purchase two games, you are paying 150. That is 100 is a fixed charge plus 50 is the cost for two games. So from this one, I can conclude that each game costs $25. So which option we're gonna go with? Option A is the right one, which is talking about each game costs $25. Or you can find the slope of this one by using y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. By choosing the coordinates appropriately, still you get the same answer. So A is the right choice here. Question number 4 says, y is less than minus 4x plus 4. Which point x comma y is the solution to the given inequality in the xy plane? So what we are trying to say here, value of y should be lesser than this entire expression. And that is true only and only if x is negative. Why we are saying so? Negative multiplied by negative, this result turns to be positive. So that whole expression's value turns to be positive. And that is true only and only x is negative. So we see the options A, B, C, D, and the option D is the only option with x to be negative. So that is how you check it out. If you take any values of x apart from D, the result turns to be negative and that will be lesser than y. So that's why we go with option D as the right choice here. Let's work on question number 5. Figure A and figure B are both regular polygons. The sum of the perimeter of figure A and the perimeter of figure B is 63 inches. The equation 3x plus 6y is equal to 63 represents this situation where x is the number of sides of figure A and y is the number of sides of figure B. Which statement is the best interpretation of 6 in this context? They're asking us what is 6 is representing here. As they clearly said, there are two figures A and B and their perimeter is equal to 63, means sum of all the sides add up to 63. So what this 6 is representing? 6 will be representing the length of the each side of a polygon B, because there are y number of sides, y multiplied with the value of or length of the each side, that gives me the perimeter of figure B. Similarly, 3 multiplied with the number of sides of a figure A gives me the perimeter of figure A. Question asked us what is this 6 representing in this context? 6 is basically each side of figure B has a length of 6 inches. A is the right choice with this, because let's take a polygon has 5 sides. 5 multiplied by 6, 30 is the perimeter of figure B. Likewise, 3 multiplied by number of sides of the polygon A, that gives me the perimeter. Together they are saying a 63. So 6 is the length of the each side of a polygon of B. So we go with A as a right choice. Let's go with question number 6. Store A sells raspberries for $5.5 per pint and blackberries for $3 per pint. Store B sells raspberries for $6.5 per pint and blackberries for $8 per pint. A certain purchase of raspberry and blackberries would cost $37 at a store A and $66 at store B. How many pints of blackberries are there in this purchase? They are purchasing it from the two places. How many pints of blackberries are in that? So we have to make a system of equation here. So now if I'm making equation for store A, 5.5 per pint, and they are saying about like raspberries. If I say X number of raspberries has been purchased and Y number of blackberries has been purchased, I can make an equation for the store A as 5.50x plus 3y. The total cost paid at the store A is gonna be $37. Similarly, at the store B, 6.5 pins for the raspberries and blackberry for $8 per pin. So we can say 6.5x plus 8y, and what total amount paid at the store B? $66. Now what we gonna do now? Calculate what will be the value of y, because question asking us how many blackberries are there in this purchase. So it's basically what is the value of y. So I just need to use a calculator to find a system of equations. Whichever the calculator you have, you can use it accordingly. Just learn how to solve it on the calculator. So here I go to the type of equation. I have a simulator. I go to the system of equation with two unknowns, and I just put the coefficients of the x and y. It's gonna be 5.5, press it equal 3 equal 37 equal, then 6.5, press equal 8, press equal, then 66. After inserting all the values, press equal, you will be getting the value of x, that is the raspberries, that is not our part. Press equal again, you'll be getting value of y. So we are getting x equals to 4, y is equals to 5, and we are considering y number of blackberries. So we should go with option C is the right answer. So here there are 5 pins of blackberries has been purchased in this purchase. So C is the right choice. Question number 7 says, what is the minimum value for the given function? G of x is equals to x square plus 55. As you can see, this is a square function. Regardless whether the value of x is positive or negative, this result always turns to be positive. So this function will be having minimum value only and only at x equals to 0. When you substitute the value of x as 0 here, the value of g of x is equals to 55. So this will be the minimum value the function can have. C is the right choice. As I told, regardless if you take a value of x as positive or negative, x is getting squared, that result is always positive. And this function has minimum value only and only when x is equal to 0, and that too 55. If you take x as 1, 55 plus 1 square. If you take x as 10, 55 plus 10 square. If you take even x as negative 100, 55 plus negative 100 square, which gives the positive value, and so on. So right choice is option C. Let's work on question number 8. The function h is defined by h of x is equals to a to the power x plus b, where a and b are positive constants. The graph of y is equals to h of x in the xy plane passes through the points 0, 10 and negative 2, 325 by 36. What is the value of a times b? So by using these coordinate points, we should find what is a, what is b, and multiply them. So let's work out that, as already they said, the graph of the line passing through these coordinate points. Let's first say initial point. Let's take about this 0, 10, 0, 10. So always we represent this is the value of x and this is the value of y, okay, or a function h of x in our case. So substitute this coordinate into the original equation and check what you're gonna get. So 10 is equals to a to the power x value is 0 plus b. So 10 is equals to a to the power 0. Any number to the power 0 is 1 plus b. Rearrange the term, you'll be getting the value of b here it as 9. I got a value of that is 10 minus 1, it becomes 9. I got a value of b. Now make use other pair of coordinate points to find value of a. So here x value is this and y value is this, or y of x or h of x, whatever we can say. I use the equation again. Let me write it here. Then it is gonna be 325 divided by 36 equal to a to the power minus 2. Value of b, we already got it as positive 9. Take it to the other way around, then it becomes 325 by 36 minus 9 is equals to a to the power minus 2. Let me just use a calculator to simplify it further. It's gonna be, let me just come back to the normal mode. It's gonna be 325 divided by 36 minus 9. It gives us 1 by 36. The result is 1 divided by 36 is equals to a to the power minus 2. As per the exponential rule, this can be written as 1 by 36 equals to 1 by a to the power 2. Because the rule says a to the power negative x can be written as 1 by a to the power x. The same thing I am applying here. So 1 by 36 equals to 1 by a square. Indirectly, it becomes a square is equals to 36. Now to get a value of a, take a square root. So I'll be saying a is equals to plus or minus 6. So as they said, where a and b are positive constants, so I should take the value of a here as positive 6. I got a value of a as 6 and we already got a value of b as 9. Question is, what is the value of a times b? Just multiply them. A times b is same as 6 times 9. 6 times 9 is equals to what? 54. So right choice is option C. You can see that 54 is the right answer to this question. Question number 9 here is little tricky part. They are saying x minus 1 square is equals to negative 4. How many distinct real solution does the given equation have? So if you look at to this given expression very carefully, it says x minus 1 square equal to negative 4. So regardless of whatever the term or the number inside that bracket, as the term is getting squared, the result of it is always positive. And the positive number never be negative equal to negative 4. That's why I should say there is zero solution. So exactly, see, this result is going to be positive. Either it is positive or minimum value what it can have it as 0, but never be negative. That's why this never be equal to negative 4. So we say the condition it has zero solutions. No need of applying a minus b whole square and then simplifying and we use it as a distinct real solutions. There is a condition in the what it is, quadratic equation. B square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then you will be having two distinct real solutions. B square minus 4ac equal to 0, one real solution, and so on. No need of checking it out. Very carefully you can observe to the given expression. That's it. So you'll be getting D is the right choice here. Let's go to question number 10 here. Which expression is equivalent to 4 by 4x minus 5 minus 1 by x plus 1? They're asking us to equivalent expression. Whenever it comes about addition or subtraction of the fractions, the first concern is we have to make a common denominator. And when we say make a common denominator, if it is number, it's easy for us. We just to multiply one number with another to make it as the same. But when it comes as an expression, we have to follow this. To make a denominator to be same, do the cross multiplication, multiply denominator of first with the second, multiply denominator of first term with the numerator of the second term, and multiply them with each other. Simple. So that becomes 4 multiplied by x plus 1 minus sign as it is 1 multiplied by 4x minus 5 divided by what it is gonna be 4x minus 5 times x plus 1. So further simplify, one thing is sure that denominator whatever we gonna get, it will be 4x minus 5 times x plus 1. B will not be the choice. Answer may be either A, C, D. So let me simplify the numerator further and see what we get. 4 multiplied by x is gonna be 4x. 4 times 1 is gonna be positive 4 minus 1 multiplied by 4x is gonna be 4x, minus times minus is gonna be plus 1, negative 1 times negative 5 is gonna be positive 5, and denominator still we have same 4x minus 5 times x plus 1. So positive 4x, negative 4x get cancelled out, then 4 plus 5 is gonna be 9 divided by the same term 4x minus 5 times x plus 1, which is option A. The right choice to this question is A. Question number 11 says, for the function f of 0 is equal to 86, and for each increases in x by 1, the value of f of x decreases by 80%. What is the value of f of 2? So when x is increasing by 1, the 86 is decreasing by 80%. Now what is the value of f of 1, which is equal to 86 minus 80% of the same 86? What value we get it here? It's gonna be 86 minus 80% of 86. That gives us 17.2. 17.2 will be the value of f of 1. Now what will be the value of f of 2? The previous value decreases by 86. It's gonna be 17.2 minus, sorry, 80% of 17.2. So I just need to use the equation again. 17.2 minus 80% of 17.2. That is the value what we left, which is 3.44. The right answer to this is gonna be 3.44. This is the one way which we do. Another way is when I am saying that the value of that function is decreasing by 80%, means the only 20% of its previous value has left. You can just do this like quickly. 80% decrease means 20% of its value will be left. You can multiply 86 with the 20%, multiply with 20%. This is the value what you left after the first decrement. Again, this result multiply with another 20%. That is the value what it left after the second decrement. I can do it in a multiple ways. It's important thing is you need to understand what to do. So here we are getting 3.44 is the right answer to this question. Let's go to question number 12. It says, in the xy plane, line with the equation 2y is equals to 4.5 intersects a parabola at exactly 1 point. If the parabola has the equation y is equals to minus 4x square plus bx, where b is a positive constant, what is the value of b? As they have given us the hint, parabola intersect exactly at 1 point. So I should make use of this, but before that, let's rearrange it. The line is intersecting the parabola at 1 point. This is the equation of the line. So 2y is equals to 4.5. Now let's solve for y. Divide by 2. That gives us the value of y here. It's gonna be 2.25. This value of y substitute here in the equation of the parabola, and this equation becomes 2.25 is equal to minus 4x square plus bx. If you rearrange this equation by taking these terms to the left side, or you can take 2.25 to the right side, regardless, this equation becomes 4x square minus bx plus 2.25 equal to 0, and this is the quadratic equation of the type ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. And there is a certain conditions here. When I say the given quadratic equation has exactly one solution or exactly one root, the condition is b square minus 4ac should be equal to 0. This is the condition where the given quadratic equation has exactly one solution. If b square minus 4ac is less than 0, that is called no real solution or imaginary roots. If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, there will be two real solutions or two distinct solutions. These are the different ways we talk about. Now apply this condition and compare this given equation. Let me rewrite here. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is the standard quadratic equation. Write down the down of it is 4x square minus bx plus c equal to 0. From this, what is the value of a, b and c? B is we are supposed to find. A value here it is 4, b value here it is 2.25. Sorry, it's not a just c, it is 2.25. Okay. So plus 2.25 equal to 0, and make use of this. So we say b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Let me just say here minus b square minus 4 times a value is 4, c value is 2.25 equal to 0. Minus b square, that gives us b square, and put it all in the calculator and check what you're gonna get. Negative 4, like negative 4 times 4 times 2.25, we are getting negative 36. B square minus 36 equal to 0. Take it to the other side, it gives us b square equal to positive 36. Take a square root, from that I'll be getting b value is plus or minus 6. The value of b here is plus or minus 6. What all they have given us is they mention b, where b is a positive constant. When they say the value of b is supposed to be positive, so I'll be taking the value of b here, it has positive 6. So b is equals to 6 is the right answer what I get to this question. Question number 13 says the scatter plot shows the relation between the two variables x and y. A line of the best fit for the data is shown. So this is line is also called it as an average line for the data has been shown here. Now question is based on that. At x equals to 32, which of the following is closest to the y value predicted by the line of best fit? So where is the value of x as 32? Here. At that point, which of the following is the closest value for the line of best fit? I need to refer to the line of best fit, not on the dot. Okay, so the line of best fit is the value which as I'm getting, it's definitely between 2 and 3. 3 will be the number here, 2 is the number here. I should choose the option which value is, whose value is between 2 and 3, that is closest to option C, which is 2.4. I don't know the exactly from the graph, but I can predict that 2.4 is the right answer to this question. So likewise, let's work on question number 14 here. What it says: in a group 40% of the items are red. Of all the red items in a group, 30% also have strips. What percent of the items in the group are red and have strips? So out of the total, 40% of the items are red. I don't know what is the total number of items we are talking about. So total may be X, maybe 100, maybe 1000. That not gonna make any changes with our calculations. So 40% of the items are red. It's basically 40% of the total are red. If I say total, I'm considering as X. And then out of this red, 30% of the total 30% of the red are strips. This value multiply with 30%. So 40% of the total are red. This representing the total number of red. In that red, 30% have a strips. So you just need to multiply 40% times 30%. Don't consider x, okay? It is just, we are talking about x is the sum total value. I don't know what it is. 0.12 have strips, but we are asked in terms of percentage. This value should be multiplied with 100, because while converting number into percentage, we should multiply with 100. 40% of 30% of total, this is representing as 0.12x. To convert into percentage, multiply by 100, that gives us 12% of the total values are red with the strips. We go with option B. B is the right choice here. Question number 15 says the density of a certain type of wood is 353 kilograms per cubic meter. A sample of this type of wood is in the shape of a cube and has a mass of 345 kilograms. To the nearest hundredths of a meter, what is the length of the edge of this sample? So what is the length of the edge of this sample? What have given to us? Density has been given to us, mass has been given to us, and they are talking about the cube. Cube is the one in whose length, width, height are equal, means the sides are equal. By using the density and the mass, we can find out what is the volume of the cube. There is a formula here. Density is equals to mass by volume, which will not be given, but still we know, we need to know this. This is very basic formula what we use. From this, volume is equals to mass divided by density. Put their values. Mass is gonna be 345 kg. Density is gonna be 353. So volume we get it as 345. So 345 divided by 353. Now what is the formula of a volume of a cube? Volume of a cube is equivalent to side cube or edge cube. Edge means same like a side. Now, how do we get a side? One of the length. Side is equals to cube root of a volume. So you just need to take it as cube root of whatever the value has been given to us. That is cube root of 345 divided by 353. Let's take a help of calculator. You get it as, it's gonna be shift cube of what? 345 divided by 353, which is equivalent to 0.9923. So side is gonna be 0.9923 something. They asked us to the nearest hundredths of meter. When they say nearest hundredths, after decimal point, first digit is representing the tenths, second digit is representing the hundredths, and I have to write it as, after that, if you look at, there is a number 2. If after the hundredths place, if there is 5 or above, we add 1 to the hundredths place digit. But after the hundredths place value, if the numbers are less than 5, we simply write it as the side is equals to 0.99 only. So this is the approximate length. So we go with option B as the right choice here. Let's work on question number 16. What it says: two nearby trees are perpendicular to the ground, which is flat. One of the tree is 10 feet tall and has a shadow of 5 feet. At the same time, the shadow of the other tree is 2 feet. How tall in feet is the other tree? What they are trying to say? Its question is about the concept of similarity. So if you look at that, in terms of ratio also, what I can say, one tree which is 10 feet tall and whose shadow is gonna be 5 feet long, another tree's shadow is 2 feet long, then definitely the length of the tree should be double of it. If you compare the length, height of the tree with the height of the shadow, that is exactly half. So if shadow is going to be 2 feet long, then definitely the height of the tree should be double of it. Definitely that should be 4. So we go with option B. I just look at to the given data. I recognize how the relation between the height and the length of the shadow. Make use of that. Are they doubled? Are they tripled or reduced by half? same idea make use to predict that. Okay, so that we go with option B is the right choice here. Question number 17 says the length of the rectangle's diagonal is 5 square root of 7 and the length of the rectangle's shorter side is 5. What is the length of the rectangle's longer side? Let me just make a graph for it. So what they are trying to say, if I say this is a rectangle and the length of the diagonals of a rectangle, diagonal is basically the line which is drawn to join the corner. This length is gonna be 5 square root of 17 and rectangle makes an angle of 90-degree. Length of the shorter side here is gonna be 5. Question is about what will be the length of the longer side of a rectangle. If I consider length of the longer side as x, we are asked to solve for x. How do we gonna go with this? Apply Pythagorean rule. You can see that in a right angle triangle, if side opposite to 90 degree is called the hypotenuse. And as per the Pythagorean rule, in a right angle triangle, square of the longest side is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. I mean to say, sum of the squares of other two sides is equal to the square of the longest side. That is what the Pythagorean rule says. And we are asked to solve for x. So take it to the other side and rewrite it as x square equal to, I can just make it as 5 square root of 17 close the bracket square minus, when this 5 square goes other side, minus 5 square, that gives us x square value here is gonna be 400. We are asked to solve for x, so take a square root on either side, and if you take square root of answer, you'll be getting the value of x as 20. So we get another side of the rectangle should be 20, and that matches with option B. B is the right choice here. This will be the last question what we're gonna study in this session. It says a circle has center O and a point A and B lie on the circle. The measures of arc AB is 45 degree and the length of arc AB is 3 inches. What is the circumference in inches of the circle? What they are trying to say, suppose this is the circle which we are talking about. Center of the circle is gonna be O. A and B are the point on the circle. Let's take this is point A and this is point B. This is representing the arc length of the circle. And it makes an angle of 45 degree with the center. This angle is gonna be 45 degree, which we call central angle. And the length of the arc AB is gonna be 3 inches. Now question asking us, what is the circumference of the circle? And this is a formula based question. So ratio of, let's say ratio of circumference of the circle, that is 2 pi r divided by, or let me write it in this way, we can say that the ratio of arc length, as it has given in terms of degree, so I'll be using this formula. The ratio of arc length to the circumference, the ratio of arc length to the circumference is equal to the central angle. So this is called a central angle, in our case 45 degree divided by 360. The total angle for the complete circle shows 360. So I can just substitute and calculate. As we already know, arc length is gonna be 3 inches. I can say 3 divided by circumference. How do we write? 2 pi r is equals to 45 divided by 360. Question asked us to solve for entirely circumference 2 pi r. So just do the cross multiplication and rewrite this expression. It becomes 2 pi r is equals to 3 times 360 divided by 45. Take a help of calculator. It becomes 3 times 360 result divided by 45. That gives us the circumference value is 24. So that is 2 pi r value is equivalent to 24. That's what we get. So the right choice for this question is option D. That's it for today. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel for the new such videos. As I mentioned, I will be uploading the videos related with the APs and also with the SATs. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.